Sort of stand-in.
Right, standing. Let's go around and have a look.
Thanks.
The poor thing being a standing. Can we come through there? Let me lift you down.
Can we just come in?
Got you out of the way. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying going around the farm?
Yeah.
Or the farmyard? Well, it's a halfling at this, is it?
Yes, yes it is. They are actually imported from Austria, where they work in the forests over there. And indeed, we have worked them in the woods since we've had them.
Is this one very old?
No, she's not particularly old. I would imagine somewhere around about 10-year-old.
She doesn't bite then, like the
No.
one that she's taken the place of?
No, she doesn't.
Gets on very well with all the children.
Very well indeed.
Shall we have a walk
Yes.
to the end and see what we've got in there?
Yes, certainly.
Let's have a look over here. Oh, it's a little one.
Yes,
What's this?
it's
This is Chats with Derek.
Chatsworth Derrick, yes, that's right.
He's a what?
A Shetland pony.
Oh.
And in fact, that's the only male from the three.
Whereabouts is he from?
He does, in fact, come from Lord Hartington's mother, Her Grace the Duchess of Devonshire, stud at Home Farm.
Has he been here since he was very young?
Yes, not particularly young, because as you can see, he's 12 years old.
Yeah.
But he has been here ever since the farmyards was opened. Yeah.
He's very friendly, isn't he?
Very friendly. He's got used to his role, in fact, very well.
Because Shetland ponies are very small, aren't they? I mean, he won't
Yes.
grow any taller than that, will he? That's...
No, he won't.
That's
No,
about it.
not now. But of course, the last two horses that you've seen, the Halfling and Derrick, of course, they were used for working horses, of course.
Yes, before they came here.
That's right. The
Yeah.
Shetlands were used in the pits,
Right.
and the Halfling is used in the forestries.
He's got a little friend down there in the far corner as well, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. A rabbit that was brought into us, and I'm afraid we didn't have a hutch to put him in, so we put him in there, and in fact he does make a very good friend for Derek.
That's company for him.
That's right, yes.
There are one or two hens walking around the farmyard, yet there are quite a few crammed into this small space here.
Yes, well, these are in fact laying hens. They're intensive layers. They're brought in every year, and in fact these hens that we're looking at are what we call pullets. They're roughly around about 18 weeks old, and they've just started to come into egg production. A similar batch of hens, by the way, they're what we call Warren Studlers, we had last year, and the egg production was very good indeed. In fact, we picked up 70 eggs every day from round about the last week in April until we closed in October.
Is that what you're picking up now, really?
No, not just at the moment, because these have only just joined us, and they're just beginning to actually lay.
How long will they be kept in here then to lay eggs? Will they be eventually allowed to roam around the place?
Yes, they will. At the end of the season, they will remain in here until the end of the season, which is October, and then they will go out free range.
I mean, compared to battery hens that are in confined spaces, that are just there for laying eggs.
Yes.
I mean, these are allowed quite a lot of space, aren't they, really?
Yes, exactly, and I think you will, can see that these hens are much more at home running in this pen, deep litter we call it, rather than being in little pens. Much more freedom. But in fact doing the same sort of thing, sort of intensive laying.
And a nice egg for boiling the next
Yes,
morning.
exactly. Yes.
And dip my soldiers in it.
Yes.
You've got 4 pens of pigs, haven't you?
Yes.
They're all in different stages.
That's right, we have. In fact, we have 2 pens with sows with 11 piglets each.
The sows are used for what?
The sows are...
For breeding?
For breeding, of
Yes.
course, yes. And they have 11 piglets each. The other 2 pens, one is used for breeding gilts, and the other one is used for piglets to be fattened up for either pork or bacon.
Whereabouts did you get them from, the pigs?
Well, we have no pigs on the estate, so a gentleman from Higham, Mr. Cope, has kindly loaned the pigs to us. In fact, he's loaned pigs to us ever since the farmyard was opened, which is 8 years. A very good thing too, because as you would realise, we would have to keep a large number of pigs to keep bringing in a fresh sow with small piglets every 3 or 4 weeks.
So what happens then to the piglets when they get older?
Well, the gilts, of course, the breeding gilts will go back home to start breeding, of course, and the other ones will go for pork or bacon.
And is it rather sad then when they go off for slaughter?
Well, not particularly sad, no, because although you get very fond of all the animals you keep, having worked on a farm as long as I have, I realise that that's what farming is all about, for producing food.
Are the cattle kept here just purely for display purposes?
Yes, purely for display purposes.
What's the one in the end?
That is, in fact, a yearling Charolais cross calf.
And this one here?
And this is the same sort of thing, only that this is a female yearling.
What's a yearling?
A yearling is, in fact, a 12-month-old calf.
Right. How long will they stop here? Till the end of the season?
They will remain here until the end of the season and then be returned to their respective farms.
Do they get used to, it might be a silly question this, but do they get used to any specialist treatment that they're given here?
Not really, because we try to keep them on the same sort of diet and that is what they would be having if they were back at their respective farms.
Obviously they get used to people coming round and
obviously, yes.
Things like
yes,
this.
They do. They get much more docile than what they were when they first came in, of course.
Yeah, we've got a baby one here behind you as well.
That's right.
That's a different colour to its mother, because its mother's black,
yes.
And the baby's brown and white. Why is that?
Well, that just happens. They're all actually Charolais calves.
Yeah.
All the lot of them, but each calf is thrown perhaps a different colour. I think it's probably something to do with the actual mother, from the different genes in the actual cow.
Yeah. They're not born here, are they?
No. This calf, in fact, was born about 3 weeks ago out in the park.
And you brought them in
and
here?
And just brought in here for when we opened.
For people to see?
That's correct.
And you got a grand fellow at the end?
Yes, that's the old Charolais bull.
Would it be okay to go in the pen with him?
Well, we do, in fact, go in every morning to clean him out, of course, but I wouldn't advise you to go in.
How old is he?
He's roughly around about 10-year-old.
How long do they live for?
Well, I would say, barring accidents, he will go on for perhaps another 3 or 4 years.
Will you keep him here for that, or will you return him at the end of the season?
He will be returned to the farm at Dunsand, the beef unit farm.
You've got an old soldier over there as well, haven't you? A retired military ram.
Yes, that's right. The old swell there ram.
Has he come here to retire?
Well, he has really. He has, in fact, served his time in the Sherwood Foresters. The Dukes of Devonshire over the years have, in fact, supplied a mascot for the Sherwood Foresters. This particular ram has served in Northern Ireland. When he returned from Northern Ireland, I'm afraid he went a little bit stiff on his legs, and so the regiment returned him here for retirement, and we supplied them with another ram.
The army just used them for display purposes, do they?
That's right, purely as a mascot.
Thank you very much indeed, both of you, for allowing us to have a look round today. When's the farmyard open till, Stan?
The 4th of October.
Great. Well, that is it from this series of Graham's Ark. I hope you've enjoyed the programmes, but we will be back with you again in a few months' time. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.